Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me a file and wanted to do this, layered art. They actually sent me this file, and we're going to talk about that in just a second, but this is like the easy way to do layered art. There's two colors, blue, yellow, and purple. If we put those back, your purple layer is just the cut out of the whole shape to glue it to, then the blue's next, and then the yellow's on top. So the yellow is showing through. It's harder on this particular one, it'd be really hard to do more than two because you're gonna start losing these squares. So I took her file and I looked at it and I said, there's something not right. It doesn't look right. So if we go to Object, Group, well, we gotta select it first. Go to Object, Group, and ungroup it. There are multiple lines. It's duplicates on top of each other, which can be pretty bad when you start doing a bunch of work to it. So I brought out E-cuts. I'm not gonna brag about them, but they do find duplicates. So we had, let me just show you here. If we have this ungroup, there are 281 objects. Go to E-cuts, find duplicates. It found 139. Yes, I want to delete them. Now, there's only 142 objects. Now, for the one I'm doing the video for, I'm going to get rid of these leaves because, well, one, you could do them individually, but it'd be really hard. So if you don't have E-cuts, you can take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in and move that out of the way. Then you can left click, right click, go up to Object and break the curve apart. Now we only have 120 objects because one, we've deleted these, and two, we've deleted all the duplicates. So if something is not working sometimes, it's because of that, okay? Now, we're gonna get rid of E-cuts and we're gonna duplicate this guy. So if you notice, I can grab on the outside and nudge it down. I've already got my outline for my backing. We don't really need to nudge that far, but I think it's good. And now we're going to, and you almost have to go on the inside, but we need to go and we need to group these together for the contour tool to work, and then go to Effect and Contour, and we're gonna contour twice 0.03. Now, it only did it once because I'm thinking Corel is saying it's too far. So this is and you see the ones it can't do. You know, it can't do some of these spots because they're so little already. And really what I'm gonna tell you to do is take this and make it bigger. Make it like this size. I think you're gonna be a lot happier when you contour it. We're gonna take the outside and just move it out. We're gonna take all these, they should be grouped together, and they are. Now look at what happens when we do point. It did them all, but we're still gonna lose some, but that's cool, but it's really only doing one step. So this is what I call a two-step arrangement. And then we're gonna go to Object and break the contour apart. And we are gonna grab it and nudge it out of the way. So that's our little one. And of course you want to make a duplicate of this and put it back. Make a duplicate of this and move it over and up. And then this is gonna be your new cut pieces. So let's take the Smart Fill tool and let's usually use a flower color. We'll go green. So this is gonna be your thicker layer. We're gonna go, let's go yellow. And then this is gonna be your thinner layer. And you can see, we could go further and so she's gonna paint this different layers. And if you do it again, you're gonna lose some detail, but that's cool. But your inner flowers will be different. And then paint this one like purple and put it in the back. That's pretty awful ugly. The colors I picked. Let's make it red. That's even worse. Light blue. All right. So just to do another layer, we just need to do it again. So what you would do is just let's move that one, and so this is your start. This is going to be your finish. Make a duplicate, move it down, left click, right click, and duplicate it again one time to the inside. But you're going to start getting some really thin pieces. So you're just going to have to delete those really thin pieces and go with it. Now you could go more at one time, so we're going to break the contour apart. And she evidently doesn't have treat all objects as filled, because I should be able to grab the inside of that. So this is our smaller one. So then what you'd want to do now is make a duplicate of this and move it over, but take away the color, because that's what's going to get you the next color. And we're going to take the Smart Fill tool, and I guess the little bitty pieces now are gone. And we're going to take the Smart, what I did not do is I didn't break the contour apart. Or did I? Yeah, I must have. So what we're going to do now is, maybe we don't, let me move that. Let me back up here. Maybe we don't need that outline. And we're going to take the Smart Fill tool, and let's use purple. So now we have a purple, a green, and a yellow. So we're going to move the purple up. We can still see the yellow. Let's take the green and move it over. And we can see green, yellow, and purple. That is a pretty cool design. And then when we add, let's try to get a better color. Let's let's just go with that color on that. I might have hit the wrong. Take that and make it that color, and then move it. I'm going to take away the outline, so it won't be, let's leave it red for right now. Take away the outline so it won't show. And that's what your three layer, and hopefully you'll pick better colors than mine. But see, we've got yellow, purple, yellow, green, and that's probably not right. This should be, well, that's what you want. You want it just to cover up the inside. It's going to be a little bit harder to glue, but you could make that red one a little bigger and have it show on the outside. But this actually gives you yellow, purple, green, and red. So this is like a 4-layer. I hope that wasn't too confusing. You just need to work from the biggest one to the smallest one. So the biggest one's going to be on your bottom layer, and then every time you contour, and you could keep going. You're just going to lose, you're going to lose these leaves now. And let's just look at them individually. Let's move everything out of the side. So that's probably our thinnest. Yep, this is our thinnest. This is a pretty fine lines. If we look at it, even at 19 inches across, that's a pretty fine cutting. Let's just take the parallel dimension tool. That's less than 1/8 of an inch. I think that's saying 0.10. And 1/8 of an inch is 0.125. So that would work. And this, just one more, and for anybody doing this, you need to sand this before you do it. When you cut this out, you're going to cut them out individually, put a rectangle around it, and then this piece that you're going to cut out is going to be a piece of wood that this is going to fit into, if that makes any sense. So let's make it the color of wood. Add a little black to it by holding down the control button. Make it a little darker wood. So when you take this piece to sand it, it's going to break. And you need to sand it to get it smooth, to get the burn so you can paint, and I would prime and paint, and then put that piece into your wood to sand it with your orbital sander, and then pieces won't break. So think about that on your each of your cuts. You probably need to do it on all of them. If they're the different sizes. If they happen to fit in there, well, more power to you. I hope that helped her. And Deb, if you have another question, just holler. Thank you much.